Are you wanting to grow your own subscription box but are having some trouble, or you're thinking about getting into the subscription box business? This is just a heads up on some of the common mistakes I see regularly happening, stopping subscription boxes from growing. It's important to avoid these mistakes, and I will provide you the actual solutions to each as well. Let's get started. One-time boxes on the front end. This one is a little controversial, but I believe if you're starting out, you need to first focus all your effort on getting subscribers, not people who are only interested in buying a one-time box. It dilutes the essence of subscription and affects predictable revenue as well as your stock forecasting. Now, I'm not saying you can't have one-time boxes at all and put them in the back end and offer them as a last-minute push to people who've been on your list for a while, or as upsells and cross-sells for new members. I just wouldn't recommend it on the front end when you're driving new cold traffic from your marketing efforts. We had it on our website for a time and it was just a waste of time and resources getting the wrong type of customer. No introductory offer. This is your hook. Without it, you're missing a golden opportunity to attract subscribers. Whether it's a discount or a bonus item, make your first impression count. Important thing here is to only have this offer on your long-term plans. We want to reward and thank members who want to commit for a longer period of time. Also, 10% is not a great offer. That's just an FYI. Bad websites. For your subscription box, you want to lay out your homepage in a very specific way. You want to avoid the traditional e-commerce layout because that's not going to give you the best conversion rate. So for example, people will do this. One-time gift box store, this is completely fine. For a subscription box, you want people to subscribe. This is too much text, too many distractions. All you need is one great sales landing page, then goes into an email capture page, choose a subscription length, and then check out. Simple. Pricing too low. It's tempting to undercut the competition, but remember, value perception is key. Plus, you need to sustain your business and ensure profitability. Now, if you have the cash flow for it, you can start at a lower margin, scale as quickly as possible to then be able to order more in bulk and pay less for products, which then in turn the price you set becomes more profitable. You just have to be willing to be less profitable in that growth phase as you scale. And depends on your financial situation, you might not have the luxury to do that. But I was personally in the negative for 10 months before starting to make profit. We also have to raise our prices from time to time because if we didn't, our margins just wouldn't be healthy. Cash flow issues. Now, cash flow never gets talked about that much, but our business would be broke if we had to pay for all of our future inventory right now. When you scale, you're going to need to be organized and pay supplier deposits 4 to 5 months in advance, especially when you're doing really bulk orders. And you'll have to pay for stock on delivery. That's before you even get your renewal money in from your members. And so people just don't really sit down and think about some strategies you can put in place to offset your cash flow issues. Also, if you spend all your money on just stock, you'll have no money left for marketing. So here are some quick tips to help combat this cash flow issue. 1, organize credit terms with suppliers if they offer them. Get a credit card. I personally like Amex because I get them sweet Qantas points. Negotiating smaller deposits with suppliers. Poor marketing. This is what ultimately lets a lot of people down. I want to talk about organic strategy versus ad strategy. I'm going to give you my personal experience as I use a hybrid of both. I will quickly give you the pros and cons and my advice on how to be good at them, or what's going to be your best bet in terms of launching and scaling your box. When to just go organic. If you literally have no money, you're happy to create ongoing content every single week, are you potentially ready to be the face of your brand? Aside from the few people who are actually great at making content straight away, they have the look, they're very charismatic, and can grow an audience organically quite easily. Hate to break it, but for most people, it's going to be a bit of a slog. It's going to take a lot of time. If you're happy to take your time, then that is completely fine. If you can be patient and do this, we'll have a much loyal community in the long run. The benefits of paid advertising. You literally can get in front of your ideal audience straight away. You are paying Meta to put your subscription box in front of your ideal interest. You can create ad creatives and use them ongoing. I have 5 to 8 ad creatives that are on loop for me that are quite successful. I do test out new ad creatives, but I don't necessarily feel pressured to have to make new content every single week. The thing with paid advertising though is when you're starting out, it can be quite costly because it takes a bit of trial and error on your end to understand what works and what doesn't. So a lot of people just tend to give up. I always recommend an initial testing budget of $1,300 to $1,500. This is how I benefited from both strategies. So ads is the top of funnel content. Then the organic is the mid funnel, so nurturing. Not feeling pressured on Instagram to constantly try and reach new people through going viral. I have ads for that. So the organic part is about the brand trust and showing the behind the scenes and looking like a legit company. Then of course, we have to talk about email marketing, which brings me onto the next mistake. No retargeting through emails. In this video here, I stated that the sales cycle for your subscription box is going to be longer than what you're probably thinking. It is very unlikely that someone is going to buy straight away, so it's so imperative to capture their emails. So initially, I only used to have an email capture right before they checked out. I realized this was way too late in the checkout process. These people just ended up subscribing. I needed to capture emails before the pricing page. This is where people tend to drop off because they see the price and they go, okay, cool, I need to go think about it. Then, well, they forget we exist. But when I capture their email before this page, I am guaranteed to have another opportunity to talk to them, which then can help get them over the line to subscribe and talk a little bit more about the value add of our subscription boxes. If you've watched this video and you think, yes, a subscription box is definitely something you're looking to start, I have a subscription box launch course that takes you through both the operational and marketing side of launching a box. It's a 14-day free trial with particular videos you can watch for free to better give you a sense of the workload and strategies behind running a subscription box. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to this channel. Talk to you soon.